Yes, guys. Yes, we're back with a drink with Brink on Thursday. Yes, on Thursday. Last Sunday, our show was cancelled, and it felt wrong to me. It felt I lost balance. I need one show every week, so we sneaked in this extra show, and we have a wonderful guest today. So that's awesome. I don't have much to say, guys. I don't have much to say. Besides, I'm very excited. I just 10 minutes before the stream, I received the latest colored page of Perfect 10 issue 4, and it looked amazing. So yeah, that's going on. We're working on the new book, guys. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. And there was something else that we did. I already uploaded it to my channel, but I think it's fun to share it with you guys in case you missed it, right? In case you missed it. Here it is. How cool is that? That's awesome. That is so awesome, guys. So this was made by Andre Leal. Andre Leal also drew the Crossworlds comic, right? So, and he dabbles in animation. He wants to do more animation, and so this is him practicing doing things, and he likes Perfect 10. So lucky me, right? This is excellent. Thank you, Andre. Okay, let's see who is with us in the chat today. I saw some people in the chat today. Mo Biggs is here. Welcome, Mo. Nice to see you, man. How are you doing today? And we have Dark Side is Comics. Dark Side is Comics is also here. He is kicking ass with his own channel. So subscribe to Dark Side is Comics channel, guys. He does daily comic book reviews. Let's see. Hojo, welcome, Hojo. How are you doing? Nice to see you, man. Let's see. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so. Mo's doing very well. Good to hear. Good to hear. Right. All right, guys. Let's bring up the guest. It's time for the guest. It's time to talk about some awesome stuff. So let's just do it. You all know him. You all know the guest, guys. So let's have a warm welcome for Michael Oden.
Good afternoon, good evening. How are we doing tonight, guys? Or this afternoon, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are.
Yeah, wherever you are, we broadcast across the world, man. So
Absolutely.
that's crazy,
How
right?
are we doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are you? You're busy.
We are busy,
Yeah.
but we're pushing forward. We're nearing. I think 7K is right around the corner for us over on Judex, which is nice.
Okay. When did you launch?
We launched, I think 11 days ago.
Holy shit! 7K in 11 days. Almost.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
That's
doing
crazy.
all right. We're trying to make sure that we keep chugging along. We're nearing 100 backers, and we are just. I think it was like I just checked a little bit before the stream. I think we're like $30 away from 7K. So
Wow.
one more backer.
One more backer. Let's get it in the show, guys. Let's get him over 7K in this show. That will be awesome. It'll be
Yeah.
amazing.
But yeah, so that's been obviously, the big thing right now is we launched Judex on the 14th to celebrate Bastille Day, which was a blast. And ever since then we've just been grinding, uh, doing that, and it's been a good time.
So what did you say? What day was it when you launched?
We launched on July 14th. We were over on Bancrofts, which was a Friday. So I think two
Oh,
Fridays ago.
right. Excellent. Yeah. Launching on Bancroft. That's ideal.
Yes.
Ideal, right? Ideal. Okay. All right. Let's see. Chris just jumped in here. Red dress.
Just to say
Press.
hi.
Just popping in to say, hail. Gotta head to bed. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Catch us on the replay, man. Good seeing you.
Thank you for dropping by, man. Thank you so much. All right. I'm not sure, Michael. This is your thing. I told you beforehand. This is your show. We can talk about Judex, whatever you want. And people in the chat, if you have any questions for Mr. Oden, please drop it in the chat. He seems to be very knowledgeable about the topic of the comic. So
I'd hope so. Having written the book, I'd hope that I know quite a
yes.
bit. But yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, Dave, what do you want to know about the book? Is there anything that in particular
No, I really don't know much about it, to be honest. I missed
Okay.
all the streams. I didn't really watch closely. I didn't really browse the campaign besides for visuals that I needed. For today.
You're all good,
So-
and that's part of why I'm here.
Yeah, so this is new to me also.
So Judex is a rework of an old school silent film character that's in the public domain. He was originally in this series of serialized silent films. I'm blanking on the names of the creators off the top of my head. We have them up on the campaign. But effectively, he was this kind of small scale Edmond Dantes style character from like Count of Monte Cristo, right? Like he was a guy that was going after a corrupt banker who had ruined his father. Was the initial premise of Judex, but the character had gotten some serious popularity, and there is a lot of theory that postulates that he was one of the chief inspirations for Walter B. Gibson and his creation of the Shadow. And one of the things that eventually even happened was in the 1940s, one of the major French comic books, rather than publishing any Superman or Batman stories, they were publishing the Shadow comic, but they had changed out the name of the Shadow for Judex. So like they were even publishing Shadow stories as Judex, and it was a really cool thing, and this kind of inspired this idea to create almost like a meta commentary, and take this character who was this small scale style figure and reinvent him as this cultural defender of Paris, and set him.
but Judex was created before the Shadow.
Yep.
Was inspiration for the Shadow. So who created Judex? Do you know that?
No, that's we have that on the campaign. Give me just a second.
Oh, we have the campaign right here. So
if we scroll, yeah, here we go. Let's see.
You found it. So when was he created?
1916 is when he first appeared.
Wow.
By Louis Fouillade and Arthur Bernet.
It sounds French, yeah.
Yeah, they were French filmmakers. They were also the same people that made the very prominent silent film called Les Vampires.
Right. These were filmmakers, so this character was created for film.
Yeah, so he was created for like black and white serials. So like there were silent films that had an episodic format, usually around 30-40 minutes per segment, and there would be multiple episodes of it. I think all in total, the first Judex piece is like, I want to say like 5 hours long when you compile all of the segments.
Wow. So people can still see that.
Yeah, you can find the silent films of Judex all up on YouTube.
Awesome.
As they are in the public domain.
Right. So later, so the Shadow was based on Judex, probably.
Tentatively, so there's a lot of theory and speculation that Walter B. Gibson had some inspiration from Judex on the Shadow. There's a lot of similarities in terms of their design and even some of their abilities. Like Judex uses hypnosis to against his enemies and everything like that. And that is one of the various abilities that comes with the Shadow's ability to Cloudman's minds. They also wear like a slouch cap and cloak. There's definitely a lot of similarities between the two, and the more that you look at it, the more it's like, okay, yeah, that's not out of the realm of the possible.
Right. All right. And then, wow, that's a cool history for the character itself, right? So the text.
And so then, as I said, I kind of decided to reinvent the character and give it new life by shifting the setting to the 1940s German occupation of France.
Right. The character's now public domain. No one else is publishing any Judex material.
No. We're as far as I know, we're the first person to do it in a hot minute. Right. But so we shifted the setting to 1940s occupied Paris, and I made him this kind of protector of Parisian culture that's tapped in to the city's heartbeat and is hearing Paris effectively die under this foreign occupation. And he's asking his people if they can hear it too, if they can hear their city calling for them. And so having superheroes fight Nazis in the 40s has been done before. But what is really unique about this take is that he's not just, he's fighting Nazis, but he's also going after the people of his city and is effectively judging them and rendering a verdict for their action or inaction in the light of this occupation. And the hope is for him to start to build a movement of resistance against this occupation. And so it's got a little bit of, the Shadow, it's got a little bit of V for Vendetta, like very, very intense story where, we even bring in, we intentionally kept it black and white so that not only are we paying homage to the character's origin as, being in black and white film, but the black and white nature of the art really lends itself to the intensity of the morality tale at play.
Right. The contrast stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so this Judex, your version, is this a continuation of the Judex story
It's a
from
complete reinvention.
reinvention, right?
Like
Okay.
like I plan on like doing little Easter eggs from time to time that pay homage to the original,
Hmm.
but for the most part, like this is the character has been given new life.
Were there comics made from Judex in the past or not?
Hmm?
Or was it just film, just television?
I mean, he had been in comics, as I said, in the 1940s. They were publishing stories of the Shadow under Judex.
Right, right.
And you know, he's I think he even like appeared as like a side character in like Detective Comics and stuff like that. Like he would, other companies would use him to pop into certain stories in the more classical for like the more classical version of the character. But the story, the character himself has been in the public domain and predominantly had his roots in film.
Mm, right. So what interested you in this character? Why did you want to reinvent this particular
Well,
character?
so I am a huge fan of the Shadow. Um, and so I found out about this character while doing one of my occasional deep dives on like, you know, finding out like on just learning more about the character, also trying to figure out, you know, when he comes into public domain, what what kind of things I'd be able to do with that. But then I ended up finding Judex, and the more that I read about the character, the more that I felt I could really do something with him, and I could take this character and give him a breath of fresh life and kind of pay homage to these stories that I've enjoyed with the Shadow and other pulp characters in that same vein,
Hmm.
but also make him something new
Hmm.
and give a new, fresh take that I think people really appreciate. And then, you know, I didn't plan for this to happen, but then you've got everything that's going on in Paris and France right now. And it's kind of like this is a character that people needed. Um,
Right. It's
and
more
so,
the zeitgeist. You wanted to do
yeah,
this now.
yeah. Well, it's like, yeah, like, you know, we Judex had been well into production, and then all of a sudden you're
Oh.
starting to have the Paris riots and everything like that, and
Mm,
dealing with the preservation of French culture and society and everything. And these things kind of just ended up going hand in hand. It wasn't anything that was particularly planned, but I mean, he stands for a lot of things that I think a lot of people in Paris feel that they need right now.
right. Right. Look at this cover, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. So this is one of our variants. This is done by Erwin J. Arosa. It's an homage to a cover Alex Ross once did for The Shadow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. This is amazing. Is this digital? Is it actually painted or what's?
That's digital, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, Erwin's a phenomenal artist.
That's awesome. So so did you try to stay as true to the character as possible in your reinvention of it?
As I said, like it was a complete reinvention.
Mm,
You know, I wrote the big thing there with that is that, as I said, his initial films were all silent films.
hmm.
All the dialogue were written out in like cue cards. There's no way to kind of gauge the meter of how he spoke or this that the other, because that wasn't, you know, that wasn't something we had access to.
Right.
So I tried to, you know, model dialogue and everything off of how you would have a traditional pulp style character in this same vein, talking. So lots of, you know, inspiration from The Shadow, even from V for Vendetta and stuff like that, to try and make this character come to life and have his own unique voice.
Hmm.
Um, but in terms of like paying homage to his roots and everything, like as I said, like that's a lot of that is like things that we're going to allude to down the line. Like really more than anything, what we wanted to establish with this version of Judex is to make him the manifestation of this ideal of Parisian culture and revolutionary justice, because we tie a lot of the themes of his story to philosophy of the French Revolution of 1789 through 1794. Like there's a lot of that comes into it. Like his gun, the Widow, is made from the blade of the first guillotine, right?
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like
And you invented that, or was that?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, it was that, like as I said, like we completely reinvented the character.
Yeah.
In his original state, he didn't have like a gun or anything like that. He relied predominantly on hypnotism, and was a much different type of character. With this, we're making him this cultural defender of Paris during the Vichy occupation. It's going to be a bit more hazardous. It's not going to be a thing where hypnotism and punches are going to take care of your problems. You're fighting an army that's occupying your country,
right?
And so there had to be a tool specific to him to deliver his justice. And so I came up with this idea with La Veuve, the Widow, and it's a character in and of its own right. In the hands of Judex, this revolver is loaded with however many bullets are needed for justice to be served, but no more. Justice is exact in the hands of Judex.
Right.
And so this means
that like magic or something, or
this is the Widow is effectively like a magic gun, and it knows how much ammunition it needs for justice to be served exact. And in Judex's hands, it cannot be misused. It cannot be misappropriated, which is another thing, playing into the morality tale of things. You have this weapon forged from the blade of the guillotine, which was supposed to be an instrument of justice, but in the hands of the Republican government, especially in 1792 through 1793, got abused horrifically. So it has this mind of its own, and it's tied to the mission of serving Le Marianne, which is the French personification of justice. And so all of these things are kind of tied into those revolutionary ideas of the late 18th, early 19th century of liberté, égalité, fraternité. And that's what we really want. What I really wanted to come through with the character, and pretty much every facet, from his mask to the pistol to even where he resides, his lair from which he watches over his city.
Wow. And Russ Leach contributed.
Yes, Russ did a fantastic cover. So it's glow in the dark, but then we also have a spot gloss black on black Eiffel Tower in the background.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So was this added later, or it was drew this Eiffel Tower?
So what we did is he drew the initial piece, and then he printed it out, inked it traditionally, and then we put it back in, and then he did a digital drawing on a separate layer that will get put in there as its own layer that'll be spot glossed.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. This barrel also has an interesting look here.
Yeah.
So
I really wanted the gun to, I didn't want it to just look like any old pistol. I wanted it to have this kind of theatrical, ornate nature to it. It's not just a weapon. It's an extension of Judex's brand of justice.
Yeah,
and
the mask also with the
the mask was another big thing. So we did this kind of like Carnival style masquerade mask, where we worked in the facade of the scales of justice into it.
Oh, cool. Right. Wow, it's beautiful, man. It's fantastic. So, do you also this Judex character, is he in your comic? Is he mysterious, or do you also explain who he actually
We
is?
so as I said, like especially in this book, you don't really know the man behind the mask, because the man behind
Hmm.
the mask isn't important. You know,
Right. Okay.
the whole thing is he's this servant to this ideal of justice and Parisian culture. And even as the series continues, you're probably never going to find out who he is. There are going to be little hints and allusions here and there, maybe, but it's not important. He is more than just a man. He is
Right.
Judex. He is the judge.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. I get it. Cool, man. That's awesome. And then whatever here, the Black Terror crossover comic. Is a comic?
Yep, we have a small little ash can. It's I want to say 12 pages, written by Von Klaus and drawn and colored by his art team from Black Terror, Terror in the Trenches. Um, and so it's a crossover between Black Terror and Judex, and they're fighting a coven of sexy vampires based off of the one of the whose design is based off of this very famous image from Les Vampires, where you have a dancer that's dressed as a vampire bat performing this ballet. And so we used that as a way to kind of pay homage to one of this guy's other works. Um, and yeah, so they're teaming up to fight this vampire coven that's been summoned by a German warlock.
That's great. That's great. So you have two like reinvented characters meeting here.
Yeah.
That's great. Cool, man. The art is very recognizable. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. And then if you get the Fraternité tier, that comes with not only this crossover book, but a metal print of the cover.
Oh, this will be metal. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you'll get a separate metal print. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. That's beautiful.
Mhm.
Looks great. Fantastic. Wow, the real mask or
Yep. Fully functional. It'll have like elastic strapping on the back for you
what?
to be able to hold in place. Hand painted mask, absolutely beautiful.
Wow. So how many of these will be made?
As many as people buy.
Okay.
So I
That's
think like right
gorgeous,
now
man.
there's like 3 or 4.
Hmm. Wow. Fantastic.
And same thing with the gun as well. And it's the gun is fully functioning in terms of, I mean, obviously you can't shoot it, but
Right.
like it's if you like, you can pull back the hammer, you can press the trigger, you can open the wheel where the ammo wheel, like all of that stuff
Hmm.
works.
Right.
And it comes in a wooden case with velvet lining.
Beautiful. This is awesome. Even the cape, you can get the entire getup.
Yeah, you can get the entire getup. So we only offered 3 of those because the cape will be hand tailored.
Oh,
Frequency Girl um,
right.
has done costuming, and so you'll be getting effectively a custom tailored Cloak of Midnight. So
That's awesome. Fantastic. Some sneak peeks at the art. Oh, here we have interior artwork. Look at this. Who's your artist?
his name's Fabrizio Ugolini. He
Okay.
does phenomenal work.
So how did you find them? How did you two connect for this project?
Uh, so we initially had a different artist set up for this,
Hmm.
and then when things didn't work out, I went on a hunt. And one of the big things that I wanted to do was the first artist we were like has like is pretty well known for their colors. So I really wanted to find somebody that could make this black and white and make it sing.
Right.
And so I was looking up. I was looking up pieces on ArtStation, and I had looked up Sandman because there's like a lot of you're almost always guaranteed to find like a few really good black and white pieces of Morpheus from Sandman on any platform that you're looking for. And so Fabrizio had done this portrait of Morpheus that was just absolutely stunning, and I reached out to him and we started a dialogue, and I gave him a few test pages, and from there it was done deal.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. He also has this realistic approach with his style. Look at these faces, man. Really, really good. Really good. So so the decision to make it black and white, that was deliberate, right?
Yes, that was absolutely deliberate. It was a whole thing of the character started off in black and white film, but B, with the nature of this story where you have this guy rendering judgment on a person's choices and actions throughout the occupation, it adds a level of nuance and to the morality tale aspect of the story. Is that you've got these high contrasts of lights and darks that really play into that whole morality aspect of good and evil and the various grays between.
Right. Beautiful, man. These faces, how this guy, look at this face here, and then you recognize it here. So he's very good with realistic portraits.
Yes.
Characters. These details here, the chandelier. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, it is top-notch work. Fabrizio has been an absolute blast to work with, and his pages are phenomenal. It's been a blast working with him.
Right. So he understood the exactly what you wanted. When you write a script, do you just write it full? So like each panel you describe everything, or
So I mean it honestly, so when I first wrote the script for Judex, the artist we were initially working with had wanted me to take a more prose style with my page layouts. So I'd be like, I'd go pages and then I'd write like what was in them. But then when we parted ways from that, that's where really like Neff and Kim came in. Is they helped me organize what I had into a more contemporary script and really helped elevate some of the aspects of the pacing and storytelling through the scripting process. But I do know Neff and I have been talking about a little bit about me, because I still have the original script, but me kind of taking that and turning it into like a little prose pulp novella at some point, because he like I remember like the first time that I shared this with Neff, I read him one of the pages, and I was reading like the page description and everything, and he goes, "Please tell me that that's in the book somewhere." Like, that's fucking beautiful.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Very, very descriptive then, right? Yeah. Yeah, man, this art is magnificent.
Yeah. And here you're kind of getting a little bit of a look into his Court of Miracles, which is his little hub of the mystic in the undergrounds of Paris. So you're getting these little nods to Parisian and French culture. So you've got like you got like the Sword of D'Artagnan, the Letterers of Cyrano de Bergerac, the Iron Mask, the music box from Phantom of the Opera, like all these little nods to Parisian and French culture that are being kept in his lair and safeguarded.
Wow. It has this orb And the staff, so you can place the orb on a
It's
staff.
a stand. So
Oh, a
like
stand, right? Oh,
yeah,
okay, right.
but yeah, he sits there and he watches on through the crystal ball, or there are other things that get presented, other artifacts in his in the court that do specific things that he pays attention to.
Right. This is gorgeous, man. It looks fantastic. Here you have the gun.
Yeah.
So who did your lettering?
Eric Weathers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look really
And these
good.
aren't the final letters either. When we get we wanted to make sure that we had lettered pages on the campaign,
Mm-hmm.
but Judex's dialogue boxes and everything are going to be much different and more stylized when we get to
Okay.
the actual finished product of the book. Like, we really wanted his dialogue boxes and narration boxes to have an identity of their own and be special.
Right. This is awesome. The sequence, very beautiful. I'm impressed, man.
It is a beautiful book, and everyone that's involved has had just such a blast working together to get this ready for you guys. And we're not quite finished, but we got the roughs for the last 5 pages, I think, yesterday.
Oh, the last 5. So
Yep.
how many pages is this book?
In total, it's 30 pages. The main story is 25 pages, and then there's a 5-page epilogue.
Epilogue, right? That's also drawn, the epilogue.
Well, he's submitted the last 5 pages of the epilogue.
Oh, right, okay, all right.
Or I guess the last 4 pages of the epilogue. He had already done like 1 or 2.
Yeah. The artist also had to do a lot of research.
Yeah, well, I mean,
the time
that's
period correct.
As you well know me, I'm a bit of a history guy, so I was able to like do a lot of that research beforehand and make sure that we had the visual references for Fabrizio to go off of. But he's been a tremendous professional through this as well.
Yeah, man. I have to check out more of his work. It's great. You're also you're showing a lot of pages here. That's appreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. That's brutal.
This is a great page. I think that they took down as we've been shadow banned, which is all sorts of fun.
Yeah.
But I think we had another interior page up there that was freaking beautiful. But I think I think that Neff and Kim took it down to try and see if that would appease Indiegogo and get us off the shadow banning. But like, they haven't gotten back to us at all. Like, they don't respond.
They won't. Some stretch goals.
Yep. So far, we've unlocked a die cut bookmark by Dean James. And I believe we unlocked a mini print done by Skunk Artwork. He did a beautiful black and white painting for us. Absolutely stunning. And then the last one that we unlocked, which was at 5K, we unlocked chibi stickers drawn by Shay the Red from Red Valkyrie.
Right. So this route that they're going, does this have any significance for the story?
So that what you're looking at right there is one of the oldest maps of Paris.
Right.
And so each one of the stretch goals is placed on a Parisian landmark.
Ah, okay.
So I believe Shay's that they're at right now is that we unlocked is at La Cathédrale Notre Dame. So.
All right. Awesome.
And
Yeah, looks good. Let's see what kind of perks you have here.
yeah, we have pretty insane value in terms of the
so the featured perk. What do you get with this?
So in the featured perk, you get all of the covers of the book. So you get the main cover, you get the Erwin J. Rosa cover, you get the Russ Leach cover, and then you get the Rich Ayala print and the Lamayan coin. You get the metal print of Monica and Tiago Barca's art from Terror in the Trenches, and then you also get the Black Terror Judex crossover, and that's all for $50 USD, or I guess 45 euro.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah,
that's a good deal, man. You ship worldwide. That's nice to see.
Yep.
You can get the digital version.
And we have our digital version, which not only gets you the digital copy of the book, but it also gives you a 3-month paid subscription to Global Comics.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's a pretty sweet thing that we negotiated on that, and it's really exciting.
I was wondering why this was limited to 50, but now I get it. That has to do with that.
100%. Yeah. So like we negotiated 50 of the subscriptions.
Right. Awesome.
So then we have the El Guapo tier, which one of the main people from the community that'll be on shows and interacts on Twitter is El Guapo, and he's not really interested in any of the tchotchkes or anything like that. He just wants the book. And so what we offered was, as far as the domestic United States, it's $10 gets you the book, nothing else, no additional shipping. So you just pay $10, and then it's a zero shipping charge.
What? Anyone within the United States can get this book just for $10, and that's it.
For $10, that's it.
Holy shit.
And then
amazing.
And then we have the Liberté tier, which is our basic tier. And that comes with the main book, the Rich Ayala glow in the dark print, and the Lamahian coin. And then obviously all unlocked stretch goal items, and that's for $20 US, 18 euro.
Right. Oh, right. And then what's this?
Egalité is our our middle tier, and that is you get the main cover of the book, the glow in the dark print, and the Lamakian coin, but then you can choose between either the Erwin J. Rosa cover or the Russ Leach cover.
All right. $30.
Yep. And then for the mask, that gets you the main book, the glow in the dark print, and the coin. And then you get the cosplay Judex mask. Now, if you get this tier, you can also do an add-on to upgrade your the basic book to include like the crossover and everything to get it to that fraternité status, and that's an additional $15. So instead of paying like $50 for the full fraternité tier, you can upgrade for just an additional $15
right
on that tier
with this one.
And the same thing with the pistol as well.
Right. The hand of justice, or the face of justice, the hand of justice. Excellent. And then we have the full Judex.
Yep. And so this gets you everything from all the books, all the prints, everything like that. You get the custom made cape, you get the mask, you get the pistol, and I think they even figured out how to do the hat too. So you'll get the hat as well.
The hat? That's not even mentioned.
They didn't want to put it. They didn't want to put it up on the campaign and then it not be not be able to do it. So I think they figured out the hat. So I think that'll be going with it as well.
But people want this, man.
Yeah.
Or if 2 buyers, it's limited to 3. You get the whole shebang. Beautiful mask. You get the widow. You get the cape, and all the stuff, all the books and everything.
Yep.
Dang. Fantastic. Good looking campaign, man.
And they, Aaron and Kim really kicked ass on this. It was beautiful work, and it's been really fun getting to work with them. They're awesome.
Right. So was having Neff on as editor, is that smooth? Did you sometimes?
Yeah, he and I really gelled.
Really?
He and I really gelled working on this script. There was this one time where we were doing an editing session, and we had nixed out this one line of dialogue, and we were trying to figure out the right wording, and he and I like typed in the same thing at pretty much the exact same time.
Really?
So like it was one of those things where it was like, oh man, it was like what happened? How did we do it?
I think we have some more. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of.
Yeah, they weren't. The comments weren't coming up for me either. They
weren't coming through. They weren't coming through, guys.
Crazy.
I just saw a whole collection of new comments. Wait a minute. Let me scroll up there. Dang. All right. Let me see. We have Dr. I know. Dr. Rhino, hello, Dr. Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome.
Good seeing you, Dr. Rhino.
Mo says Ogden binge watched the entire series. That we were talking about this original series, right? The Judex.
Yeah.
They're both blatant rip-offs of your old sneaky man, Looker Berserker. Judex was not pleased with those dirty Nazis getting all the credit for his anti-Semitic deeds.
Oh my god!
What's this going?
Mo is having a blast. I'm so sorry, Mo. We weren't trying to gatekeep you. Like these comments straight up just populated. I was wondering if what was going on, because like for a while we didn't have anything after Hail and later Sugar.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it all we had was from when Sugar Crest had popped by very briefly.
So sorry guys, we didn't mean to. We just noticed. At least Mo likes one of the covers. We don't know which one. He loves one of them.
I mean, you could say that about pretty much any one of the covers that we have.
They're all great. They're all beautiful.
Fabrizio did a phenomenal job on his cover. Erwin Arosa did a great job on that homage piece. And Russ Leach crushed it with his glow-in-the-dark variant as well.
Rich Ayala made this print, and it's very
Rich Ayala. He did
Ayala. It's not recognizable that it's from him, right?
Yeah, no, like everyone kind of associates that like very cartoony style to Rich. Rich is a super talented artist in a lot of different range, and he did a beautiful job on this. It's very Phantom of the Opera-esque as well. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Welcome, Ice Queen. Hello. The gun is fully functioning. Okay, I know IGG can be jerks, but you're pushing. Also, Ogden actually thought the world was black and white in the 40s. I had to.
Okay.
Before he met me, Ogden didn't even know how to pronounce his own name.
Oh, gee, thanks, Mo.
Every time you're here, Michael, well, you're my guest, and Mo's also here.
I mean, I appreciate Mo being here. It's always a good time seeing him. He doesn't come hang out during my history streams anymore, but that's okay. I don't blame him for that.
Darkseid loves black and white.
Yeah, it was the only after seeing Fabrizio's art, especially on how he brought the pages to life.
Not always, not every art style is suitable for black and white, but this
No,
is
100%. But
Yeah.
like after seeing his art, like it was
Mhm.
that was the only way that we could do this book was like
Yes.
it had to be black and white. We had to keep it that way.
Let me see. He later explained that it just means the trigger moves and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
a real gun.
it's fully actionable, but like you can't.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't have a firing pin or anything like that. It's
Right.
not you can't shoot. You can't actually shoot any ammunition out of it.
Welcome, Sumo Thori.
What up, Sumo?
Hello, hello.
I've been joined by Ice Queen as well. Hello.
Yeah,
I saw Ali in the chat there as well.
Ali is here. Welcome, Ali.
Thanks for stopping by.
Welcome. Let me see. All right. I think I'm caught up.
Mo Big says he has enough trouble remembering how to spell and pronounce his name without you confusing him, Ali. I'm not that hopeless, Mo. It's all good.
Yeah. This is great. I love this one. I love this. They're all awesome, but I just love how the colors are integrated here.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful piece. Irwin really crushed it.
Yeah. Beautiful work, man. Beautiful campaign. Looking great. Okay. Let's see. You now have. Look, you're crushing things. You already made the goal. You have 87 backers.
Yep,
18 days left.
we're trying to get to 100 here, and we're only $30 away from hitting 7K. So doing what we can, hoping to cross that 7K threshold over the weekend, as Friday is coming and people tend to get paid on Fridays. So
I was hoping to do it right now, but you have 87 backers. Let's refresh.
Yep.
Let's see. Did we do it? No, we didn't do it, but no worries.
It's all good.
Yeah. It's doing great. The campaign is doing great. This logo was made by Eric Hudson, I saw.
Yes, the logo was done by Eric Hudson. He did a great job.
Yep. Yeah, everything looks amazing. Looks amazing. All right, great. So, what are your plans further with this? Do you have some streams planned to promote this?
I mean, we obviously have some stuff scheduled. I think a lot of stuff is like, I don't know if we have much next week, but I know that come August we're gonna have a few bigger streams. Trying to get some other stuff kind of figured out here, because we like it. It's been a bit difficult with the Indiegogo shadow banning, but we're still pushing along. We're still trying to keep moving forward. It's just a little bit more difficult when people can't look up your campaign on the platform.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, man.
It's not fun. But we keep on moving. We keep on pushing along. So any support we can get, whether it's a backing or whether it's just sharing the link around to people that you think will enjoy the book, anything helps. So especially since Indiegogo is making this as difficult as possible. So but we've got this. We're continuing to shovel along and kick butt.
Yeah, you're doing great, guys. The link to this campaign is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. Please go check it out. If you can, please share it. Right, tell everyone about this wonderful campaign. Look at this art. This art is just fantastic. So, and I think people are already rewarding you, man, for the quality of this book. So,
it's
awesome.
It's definitely been great seeing the positive reaction. I know when we were live on Bancroft, he was like just completely deadpan staring at the artwork and studying all of it. It's been really cool to see the the positive feedback that people are having already to what we've assembled here. And this is just the campaign.
Exactly. Did you say you were working on a trailer?
Yes, we will be having a trailer here soon. There was something that we were waiting to have finished beforehand. I believe it's been finished at this point, so the trailer should be coming here in the next week or so.
Okay. I see. By the way, guys, the comments stopped again, so I'm not sure if people are still responding, but
yeah,
right.
Hopefully, I'll go do some recon on the actual channel. Yes.
Let's see. Okay, let's quit this for now. You're doing great. And then to finish off, guys, I would like to show you guys this campaign, the Perfect 10 campaign. It's the second chance campaign on FundMyComic, the new platform, FundMyComic. Today we went over 3K. It's not bad for a second chance campaign on a brand new platform, right? So thank you all so much, guys, for the support and for sharing this. So you get everything here. So 3 books are completely done. You get the entire series. Everything is printed. So when you order, I ship it out immediately. But we only have like 2 days left. This closes Sunday morning. So get on this while you can. And if you order now, you get a free print. This is a second chance print. We made it specifically for this campaign. You get another free print, and you get cards, and you get a lot of stuff with your purchase. So yeah, you can also check this out. The link is also in the description of this video, guys. So yeah, stop the screen. Mobig says Bancroft was reducing the K values with his eyes.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Right. Michael, thank you so much for being my guest today and for showing us your wonderful new book.
Of course, man. Thanks so much for having me on. It's always a good time hanging out.
Yeah, you're very welcome, man. And special thanks to the chat for everyone who showed up today. Without you, there's no point. So thank you so much for the interaction. I'll be back next Sunday with the usual show with the same channel, same time, new guest. Hope to see you guys then. Bye-bye, guys.
See ya.